Now, despite recent comeback of coup d'etat in some West African countries like Mali, Gambia and Equatorial Guinea, the system of government has been criticized by critical stakeholders. Delivering a keynote speech at this year's West African Leadership Summit held in Lagos, the Gambian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Muhammadou Njie, argues that there is no justification for military takeover of government. According to him, democracy remains the best form of government across different parts of the world, including Africa. The convener of the West Africa Sub-Region Summit, Olawale Owoyomi, explains that this is the 5th edition, and the goal is to ensure the next generation of leaders in Africa are equipped to change the narrative of Africa being branded as an underdeveloped continent.
What we need to do, yes, let's read and understand the forms of democracies, the forms of governance, and some of them very, very good. But then we adapt it to an environment that's totally different. Our cultural systems are different. Our, even our family structures are very different. Our natural resources, our infrastructure. I tend to tell people sometimes that in the West, they introduce democracy after they have already made the structures working. They've made sure the infrastructure is working. They made sure the rail network is working. If you look at the civil wars, the revolutions that they had, they fought to make sure those structures are working. Then they decided to introduce democracy. So we again, we have to make sure that the values and the principle of democracy, rule of law, freedom of speech, the media having the access to express themselves and holding people accountable. But then we have to have structures whereby people will believe in it, to say that for the next 20 years, example, these are the targets that Africa needs to do.